tell me about your job.
The job. Okay, so what they did with us, which later Preston protested and had to change, they split us up. And I was working at the office, which I was just eternally grateful for compared to what I heard Preston had to do. The company we worked for, they were not only architects, they were developers as well, and they did construction and especially for like retail stores and things like that, and they would do from start to finish and do all the finishing and interior work and everything. So they placed Preston on site, and he would have to get up at like 4:30 a.m. in the morning and go catch a ride to Munich with some of the other buses of workers that were going to Munich and work on a construction site. And they didn't have him doing like hard labor, so a lot of times he was sitting around just like sweeping the floor or something like that. Like, why am I here? I'm an architecture student. I want to be doing architectural things. While in the meantime, I hadn't met the architect. Like, I hadn't seen Eva. Eva was the architect. I was with one of her brothers, Johannes, and he had me doing just like regular work around the office and then like some color schemes for the general Demmelhuber complex. And then his younger brother, Christian Demmelhuber, took me to Austria for a week, which was beautiful. I mean, at first I was a little freaked out. I'm like, you're taking me to Austria? Like, I don't know you. You're just going to leave me with the boss's son? Like, what is going on? But they put me up in a hotel, and I worked at one of their sister companies, well, one of their sub-companies, Furau, and they manufacture ceiling panels, steel ceiling panels. And so there were some architects and designers there, and most of the time I was doing like clerical work when I was in Austria, but I had the opportunity to go and look in on what they were doing, and then they would take me around town and show me things, and I'd go look at the mountains and eat food, and that was it. And Preston wasn't with me. Like, Preston was my security blanket and I was his, so when we were apart, it was just like, I'm ready to come back. But we had a good time. So then after the whole situation with Preston being put on site and him protesting that and me being taken to Austria, and I really don't want to go to Austria by myself, there was another architect that didn't work for Demmelhuber but worked with them, Ulrike Bubel, and we call her Uli, and she was our mother, and we absolutely loved her. She was an architect, and she gave us all types of architecture projects to work on, and we were doing digital models, going out on site with her, and half the time we didn't know what she was saying, but she was telling some contractor or the other off, or some engineer off, and we just sit there and laugh. But we had a wonderful time with Uli, a wonderful time. One week we told her we wanted to go to Italy, so she paid for our hotel in Venice. She made the reservations through her travel agent, and we were trying to give her the money back, and she's like, oh, don't worry about it, you just go. Have a good
that's
time.
Lovely. That's lovely.
Bring me back something, but don't shop in the marketplace. So we took a train to Italy and had a wonderful time. Spent a weekend in Venice.
Mm-hmm. Did you get on any of the gondolas?
No, they were like 99 euro.
Ooh, okay.
I was just like,
You can watch them. Huh?
Exactly. I took pictures of them. Got some beautiful pictures of them, but they just cost too much money. But it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And it was great because of my Spanish background. I could understand the Italian, might not necessarily know all the responses, but it was like, oh, I got this.
Yeah.